Okay, good afternoon, sir. Let me start with a formal introduction. Then I'll go ahead with the questions. Is that okay for you?
Yeah, sure.
So today we have with us Mr. Anshu Dixit. He has worked in the IT industry for more than 6.5 years and has traversed through many domains, and he is currently working as a delivery lead at Tata Consulting Services. He is crowned two times Star of the Month, a road safety star. He is also a mentor and a volunteer at heart. He is a man who is willing to help the society through volunteering efforts and driving positive changes. I feel privileged to have you with me today, sir, and I hope we have a good and fruitful interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. So I'll go ahead with the questions. So, Mr. Anshu, have you seen any improvement in road safety since the start of your journey of volunteering? If yes, how has it improved? If not, why has it not improved?
Okay, so for this one, I would say it is yes and a no, because there are two aspects, minimum two aspects for this. The first is what steps the government takes to make sure that the roads are safer, and the other aspect is the citizens, because whatever rules and traffic safety measures are being taken, it is for the citizens, and if the citizens are not following those, and all the results will be futile. So, as far as the steps taken by the government, it seems that most of the departments, for say the traffic department, the transport department, and some other departments as well, are eagerly working towards ensuring that there are separate campaigns, awareness campaigns being set up, uh, both virtual and physical, and we have road safety weeks being organized by the transport department, that is four times in a year. We have a whole month dedicated for road safety in Uttar Pradesh, that is called the Road Safety Month, that is November. And also nationally, I would say that the first week in January is celebrated as the Road Safety Week nationally. So that is the level of focus for campaigns and making sure that people understand the rules and regulations, everything, but it all boils down to only one thing, that the people need to follow it. And that is where I see that we see that no happening, that okay, we are trying a lot, but still the road accidents are humongous. We see a lot of road accidents every day. If you start reading the newspapers, you will see so many cars, so many bikes, trucks being in an accident, and so many people losing their lives. So that is a mixed answer, I would say, but that is the true condition currently.
Okay, I get it. That's a really insightful way of going about it. So I'll move ahead to the next question. Where have you volunteered specifically, and what is your experience with the entities, or let's say the private or the public players which you have worked for or which you have volunteered for?
Okay, so I am attached to the Lucknow Traffic Police Commissionerate since 2019, so it's almost 3 years since I have been involved in this activity. And I have also worked with the Road Transport Department, that is the Regional Transport Office. There are some private entities involved also here who join hands with us together to make sure that the campaigns which are being handled by the public departments or the government departments are actually being done on the ground. So from the private partners, I would say there is Maruti Suzuki, who are actually working on road safety initiatives in schools. There is HCL Foundation. There are people from HCL Foundation with whom I work. There is Sharp NGO that is working in four cities. For two of the cities I know, Lucknow and Noida, because I belong to Uttar Pradesh, and they work tirelessly on making sure that awareness campaigns are done in schools. And then we have Hero Motocorp. So Hero Motocorp has also invested a lot in this domain, and they have their own traffic park being built in Lucknow. That is a unique traffic park that is available in this country. because there are only two traffic paths available, and that one is in Lucknow. So these are the entities with whom I have worked, and it is actually a very good experience for me because they are putting in a lot of efforts, both in terms of money as well as their time. Because money you can earn, time is not something you can earn. You are actually spending it from both hands. And that is where, with all these people, I have a team of around 10 people who are actually called traffic wardens. And we are affiliated with the Traffic Police Commissionerate Lucknow. And we go into the schools, the big schools of Lucknow, to make sure that the people, the students who are actually who belong to the lower strata of the society as well as the highest strata, because the lower strata wouldn't have so many things available for them, and that is where they will lag in following rules. They won't be wearing helmets, they won't be wearing seat belts, and on the contrary, the higher strata actually chooses to ignore those rules.
Okay.
Because I would give you an example. I've seen people saying when I stop them, okay, why are you not wearing an helmet? The person from the lower strata will say, okay, I had to get some medicine for my mother. I had to get something. So I would ask, okay, so you are going to take a medicine, but are you preparing for another accident so that you can buy medicines for yourself also? And if I stop someone from the higher strata of the society, they would have a different opinion about that. So if I ask, why are you not wearing a helmet? They would say, my hair will not look good. So you see the drastic difference between the reasons being given on the roads. But actually, it is just that they are choosing to ignore the rules. They are choosing to put their lives in danger. In the end, putting all the blame on the governments and the society that they are not doing things. So we need to make sure citizens ourselves need to follow these rules.
Truly, sir, truly. I have seen a lot of these things happening in my state as well. So the thing I have noticed so far is that people are not really keen on their safety practices. So, following this question, uh, what would, uh, for example, if what is your perspective on schools? Uh, should they give more, let's say, education regarding road safety? Are they not giving enough? What is your perspective on that?
Okay, so I would say schools in India, specifically, I would say, are actually built to make sure that we have a curriculum and we follow that curriculum. It's not that outside India there is no curriculum, but yes, there are curriculums, but it focuses on overall development, not just educative development. By
Okay.
educative development, I mean is that studying books and passing exams. That is not where our focus should be. We should have a focus on overall development of the society. If a student enters in class nursery, then and there we should have a subject with pictures, only pictures, with road traffic rules, so that that child, 3 year, 4 year child, is able to recognize those signs. And moving down the line in classes 1, 2, 3, we should have proper examinations. A whole new subject should be written for this particular subject only, and that should be road traffic rules,
Okay.
because it is small, but it is very important. There is a reason behind why I need this to happen. Students, we focus on students. We go into the schools, we ask students to follow rules, everything happens. Students are studying until class 12, they are under the supervision of their teachers. They move out of school, they move into a college. Now, once they enter into a college, they are under the guidance of their teachers, but not under full guidance. That is where they start learning to live their life on their own. The teachers are not wholly responsible for themselves, for the actually themselves. So that is where uh, they start ignoring rules.
Okay.
And when they are in a job, they have seen their parents, their fathers, their mothers, sisters, brothers not wearing helmets because अरे कौन देखेगा? Why should we have anything on our heads too? Because life in India is not that important as compared to other countries.
Okay.
Life is very cheap in India because we do not understand the meaning of life.
Okay.
And I compare it with, I haven't been able to create life myself, so how can I destroy it?
Yeah, okay.
So that is where I actually think the schools should have that curriculum.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. And following on this, um, coming to the newer generations that are going to schools and also, let's say traffic police, are they? What is your thought on their utilization of technology and innovation? Are they using any technology right now that could improve road safety?
Okay. Yeah. So I would say that there are four E's of road safety. So one E is education, other is environment, then we have enforcement, and then is education.
Okay.
There is a fifth E also, that is emergency care for the victims, and that is where focus is also there. So I pointed out two E's, that education, engineering, and emergency. So these three are actually important for us because engineering is the point wherein technology can come in and help us, and it has actually been implemented because in Lucknow, I would say we have ITMS, Integrated Traffic Management System, which is installed on the most of the important crossroads. It is being installed on all crossroads across Lucknow. So a smaller cross junction will also have cameras installed on it, traffic lights installed on it, zebra crossings painted on the road, and stop lines painted. So that is where these cameras will actually help, because we also know that we have a lack of trained associates who can stand on the roads and control traffic, and that is where this technology can help us.
Okay.
The cameras can be used for chalaning people and also maintaining the flow of traffic on a road which is busier than normal, and on a road where there is a scarcity of vehicles and people are not in that much density, so that the traffic can be controlled easily. So it's not a common uh, movement on all roads. Some roads are busier, some roads are easier to manage, and that is where these cameras are controlled through an integrated system, and that technology is actually being used by all. So let me tell you an example. Challans today are not happening by stopping people. Earlier, what used to happen was people used to be stopped on the road, and then their papers would have to be checked. Everything would have to be checked. Now that is not happening. Either the cameras are being used, or the traffic constable standing on the road will click a photo of your vehicle, and through the photo they'll get the number, and through that number everything is available. Your RC, your insurance, everything is available. If there is anything that you are not compliant on, you will be challaned on that. So that is where technology has come into picture, and the people who are standing on the ground are actually being trained to use it.
Okay. Okay, sir. Following this, another question is, do you think that the roads in India are set up to fail? Because we have come a long way from engineering, and I think we have developed a lot in terms of our asphalts and our road. And do you think that they are set up to fail in the long run, so that um, the private players or the government entities can gain more profit in this regard?
No, I would say no, because as I said, there are four E's, and one of the E was engineering. Yes, as you said, that engineering has come a long way, but in India, it actually, because of the population that we have, it actually becomes difficult to roll down things pretty fast. So let's say if we want to install cameras on the roads, it is not easy for us to install those cameras, for the government to install those cameras in one go on all the crossroads, because we have so many things available. And I'll just give you an example from my engineering days. So I was doing internship. I'm BTech from Electronics and Communication, and I was doing an internship in one of the multinational firms. So I was sitting with an engineer who was handling the antennas and the connectivities for the mobile towers. He told me an anecdote from his work. He said that he went to a site and the antenna was down. He wanted to climb up the pole and fix the antenna, but we are in India. There were monkeys. So if he climbs up that pole, the monkeys won't let him down. Okay, if he climbs up that pole, there is a dog who is standing down, and maybe when he comes down, that dog might bite him. that
Yeah.
monkey might snatch some things from him. So this is all the things that you that actually normal people do not know. This all
Okay.
things come into picture when you are working on the ground, and that is where things become a little bit difficult. But yes, as the roads are becoming more and more advanced, we are enhancing in engineering technologies. We are having so many other companies coming in who can lay down roads in no, minimum time. And you can see the highways are being laid currently today at record time under the leadership of the transport minister.
Yeah.
And if that space is maintained, because obviously that pace got enhanced due to COVID, people were not on the road, so road implementation, road building got easier. But yes, people are now getting back on roads, and yes, that will actually impact the space at which the roads were being created. But they have a vision available for us to get the roads easier to handle for the people. One more aspect is also there, and this I got to know when I was working in 2020 with one of the ADCPs of traffic. The similar kind of complaint came in that okay, the roads are not good. Why are you chalaning us if the road you cannot provide us the good roads? And at that point of time, we were having a discussion with sir, and we were trying to understand. Okay, sir, this person is saying right. Why should we challan him because the roads are not good? He's bound to fail. So he told me that it is not our responsibility to make sure that you are not traveling safely. It is our responsibility to make sure we create roads. But if you are overloading your vehicles and traveling on those roads that are not actually built for that much amount of load, just for example, the trucks, you see they are overloaded. Leave trucks. Trucks actually travel on highways. In the nights, they come into the cities, but small small wagons that are used to take goods from one part of the city to the another are actually also overloaded.
Okay.
All those cement and everything, it's all overloaded. So roads are not built to handle this. And if
Mm-hmm.
we are not able to stop those things, we will again fall into the trap that roads will not be good for us.
Okay. That changed my whole perspective on this, because I was thinking that the roles are actually set up to fail because just to gain profit. But seeing that overloading, yeah, it makes a lot of sense if you think about it. And also, for my last question, sir, since I'm an MBA student, so I have to think about it in business manner. So my last question is: are there any challenges or opportunities that could arise in this road safety niche that could be leveraged for a business entity?
Yes, there are a lot. So, technology, the best thing that we have today, and that can be leveraged to create n number of options. I actually am a technology graduate, so I keep thinking on innovative solutions, what can help. And I actually was seeing, you might have seen Shark Tank season one,
Yeah.
and in that there was a product, there was a helmet that had things inbuilt in it with Bluetooth connectivity with your phone, and it could predict fall of a rider and inform the emergency services, just like the iPhone. You might have heard a news, there was a news that iPhone predicted that okay, this person is falling, and it informed the emergency services. So this is where this artificial intelligence is actually going to help us in a lot of ways. This helmet can help so many people on roads. We will not have so many lives lost due to road accidents. Other thing can be we can have vehicles like now it's up to the engineers to think, and I am also an engineer. I'll have to think on it. But an idea is if a vehicle is traveling in the wrong side, it should stop. The engine shouldn't even start if the road is actually the wrong side of the road.
Okay.
If we can implement it some way, I know this will require sensor, this will require road engineering also. There have to be sensors put in on the road to make sure that the vehicle is able to identify if it is the wrong side or right side of the road. But yes, this is something wherein a product can be developed. uh, Other thing which I can say is there is actually work being done on controlling the speed of the vehicle if the weather conditions are not good. Let's say there is a rainy season there, and there is rain in 10 kilometers of your area where you are traveling. and you are trying to run through your vehicle on the roads, you are bound to have an accident. And that is where the software can limit the speed of the vehicle. You want to run on 40 kilometers, but the program says no, you cannot go above 20 kilometers
Mm.
per hour. So this is also a product that can be developed. It is currently in research and development, but we can soon see this on the road also in India. Maybe I'm not sure on how it is happening outside India, but in India, I would talk about it. And similarly, there can be so many products. I'm just giving you some examples. So these are the places wherein technology can be used to build products and business can be expanded. Challenges would be the pricing, and that pricing factor. Actually, I was seeing that episode with that helmet, and those that company was pricing that helmet at around 1,000 rupees. Obviously, helmets are around between 500 to 1,000 rupees currently, and that helmet was giving us something more. But I believe so. One of the sharks sitting there told, "This won't be. This People won't buy it at 1,000 bucks. Let's do one thing. Bring the price down to 500 bucks, and give them a subscription. So you will get your business. The pricing will be involved, but once the customer buys it, actually, if they have they bought it, they'll subscribe to your services. So give them monthly plans or 6 monthly plans, yearly plans, and that way the company can earn business. So
Okay.
this was a very good idea. I thought, okay, this is the way where people are going.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time, sir. I'll stop the